Yeah, how you
Thanks
doing,
for
mate?
seeing us.
No, thanks for coming.
I'm not going to talk about X Factor too much
worries,
because
mate.
it's your history as such. But last year you described X Factor as a curse to your career.
I think that was completely taken out of context.
Was it?
I think, yeah, somebody fabricated that. I never said that.
The newspapers, basically.
Genuinely.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just comment briefly on that. If it wasn't for the X Factor, oh sorry, I'm leaning forward.
It's all right.
If it wasn't for the X Factor, then I wouldn't be a working musician right now. So
Absolutely.
you know,
absolutely.
I do owe a great deal to that show.
Yeah.
I've obviously worked hard since then.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm thankful for the people who invested in me as a person on the show and have continued to support me. But yeah, that was completely fabricated. I never said that at all.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
No worries, mate.
How has your life changed since winning the X Factor?
Well,
In terms of your lifestyle?
yeah, just a great deal. I was obviously I was not long out of school, working full time during a gap year.
Yeah.
I was ready to go and study architecture and technology at university. Music never played a part in my life growing up whatsoever. I found it really late at the age of 18, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So for me to just be this young guy kind of living in a small town in Scotland, to be plucked from obscurity, if you like, and thrust upon this massive stage, which, you know, 12 million people regularly watch.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, it's a lot of pressure, it's a big life change. You know, I was meeting these stars and these celebrities and singing in front of the likes of Celine Dion and
Yeah, big people.
just things, absolute fairy tale stuff, things that dreams are only made of. You know, it's weird, but no, I've had a great couple of years, man.
Yeah, I bet. Following on from that, would you recommend people who want to get into the music industry to go on a show like X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, or go it alone and make a name for yourself that way?
I mean, I would certainly try and work independently and try and, you know, it's all about creating a buzz really for new bands. And, you know, if you've got a good live rep, there's a ton of bands that have been signed on the basis of that.
Yeah.
People like Mumford and that kind of thing.
They've done very well.
Yeah. So I would definitely try and make a Facebook, make a Twitter, try and just put, you know, the initial steps, because of the internet and because of the social media sites, then you can put yourself out there in an instant.
Yeah.
You can set, you know, obviously you've got to create a bit of a buzz, a bit of a following to have any impact, but you know, if it just depends. Whatever, if it's sometimes it's the right route for some people, and it's not the right route for other people.
Yeah.
Depends on what artist you want to be. If you want to sell records, if you're really passionate about making quality music, at least make a start. You know.
Yeah.
Even
baby steps.
Yeah, I mean, even the people who feature on the new X Factors and what have you. Some of them have already got YouTube accounts and they're putting videos up and everything. You know what I mean? So look, I don't really know what to suggest for that. If somebody wants to, if somebody believes so much that they've got something special to give, then by all means go on a show like that, because it's massive exposure instantly. You know, so it's whatever your cup of tea is.
How has your musical style changed since you've become independent?
Dramatically, like I think I'm a million miles away from what people perhaps know me for.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I was so new to music, and I never had any experience or any inkling as to what type of artist I wanted to be or where I wanted to go. So I think you could use words like manipulated kind of early on and kind of boxed.
Yes.
And
cookie cutter.
Well,
everybody releases the same type of stuff.
You know, it works for some people. Some people have their successes, but I was kind of.
Wasn't for you?
I was pigeonholed into a specific genre that I knew deep down was not entirely me.
A lot of people actually asked me to ask you that. Do you feel you were marketed in a way that wasn't how you would have marketed yourself?
Well, I wasn't the professional at the time, so you know, a concept was grasped and they ran with it. And
you did your best.
I'd done everything that was asked of me.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I think people can actually see that.
And it is nice to kind of see people are recognising that, and they're recognising kind of in comparison to other previous acts or future acts. So, at the end of the day, I'm focusing on where I am now as an artist, and I'm just trying to work hard and push forward with that, really.
All right, just a couple of more quick Twitter questions. What do you do in your spare time?
That's a nice question. I don't often get asked that. I mean, nowadays, music has consumed me.
Yes.
So, I'll often be pottering around, playing the guitar, writing songs. Try to learn. I'm really enthusiastic about learning, especially the kind of theory and new instruments.
Yeah, because you taught yourself the guitar, I believe, didn't you?
But besides music, I'm just like any regular 20-something guy. I like to go to the pub with my mates and have a few beers.
Yeah.
Sit, go to the cinema, watch a movie. Watched The In-Betweeners just recently.
I think that's a lot of people put celebrities on a pedestal.
Exactly.
And they believe you're not like them.
Exactly, and then they're surprised when they're like, "Oh my God, you're at the cinema."
You've gone to the cinema, exactly.
But then again, there's a nice part of that is that they can actually relate to you because they're like, "Well, I enjoy the cinema."
Absolutely.
So there's that. I like to just watch movies, just chill, man. Like.
All right, two more questions. What would people find in your DVD collection?
Oh, DVD collection. Right, so you've got the kind of comedy things, like the kind of Seth Rogen genre, which is like Superbad, Pineapple Express, Get Him to the Greek, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, The Hangover.
Yeah.
And then I like the kind of sentimental things like The Notebook, Green Mile, Forrest Gump. There's a movie I like called Life as We Know It.
Oh yeah.
And I like Steve Carell, so I like Dinner for Schmucks with Paul Rudd, and I also like a Steve Carell movie called something about life.
Dan in Real Life.
Dan in Real Life. Aye, sweet movie. So I like
not bad at all, actually.
It's it's an eclectic mix, really.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been asked this one. If you weren't a singer, what would you be doing?
Well, I reckon I was heading to uni, so I would have graduated, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I would be in the field of architecture.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I also enjoyed to paint as well, so maybe I would be somewhere in that.
Still in the creative type of industry, very creative.
Or a go-go dancer or something.
Nice. Last question.
A gigolo.
Gigolo, nice.
That'd be nice.
Most important question.
Yep.
Can I have Danny Minogue's number?
Oh mate, yeah, I would like to give it to you, but
no, not a problem. Leon, thanks a lot for talking to us.
Tomorrow is yesterday. No one's gonna write it on your brain. Day after day after day after day, living happiness.
Thank you. It's a fairly new song, so thanks for being with us. We've got these two chaps in the front here giving us the thumbs up every song, every 2 minutes. Loving it, loving life.